I understand, though, sex is a dangerous thing, right? You can get a disease, that would be bad. You can get a baby, that would be worse. That's the worst one. It's the worst disease you could get. A baby, that's a disease that outlives you. Whoa. Any other disease you get dies with you, but your baby will bury you, then eat catered food with your friends and money. That's bullshit. Syphilis doesn't do that. Syphilis is in the ground with you. Cure. I'm pro-choice myself, pro-choice person, right? I think the problem with that argument, with that debate, is that they ask the wrong question. They say, when does life begin? When does life truly begin? So people say, well, life begins at conception, so abortion is murder. That's wrong. Other people say, no, life begins later when the baby comes out, so anything you do before that is fine. Well, that's an impasse. We're never going to agree on when life begins. That's a metaphysical, subjective, religious question. Who knows? I say, who cares? Life begins at conception? Fine. I'm still pro-choice because I believe that you should be allowed to murder your own kids. This is your kid. Who am I to tell you what to do with something that you made? If I make a kid, it's mine. I made him. I invented him out of thin air and a lack of ambition. That is my kid. Without me, he doesn't exist at all. So he shouldn't be mad at me. He should be thanking me that he got the 8 years that he got, or however much time I decide is appropriate. 8 years, that's infinitely more than 0. I could have pulled out, it would have been 0, but I gave him 8. I gave him a shot. That's all he could ask for, is an opportunity. I don't know why you get rid of it in the womb. That's kind of premature. I say get it out of you, give it a tryout period, see what kind of kid you're going to get first, then decide. Like if he sucks at baseball, yeah, fuck him. You don't need him then. I'm not going to waste my money on a bench warmer. I want an all-star. We're going to do it again, round 2. I have 200 million of you. One of them is bound to be able to hit 400 to throw 95 miles an hour. I'm going to find that one. I'm not spending $250,000 on a dud. I'm not wasting 18 years giving advice to a future clerk at Walgreens. Get the fuck out of my life. Just don't need you. Just kick him. I'd kick him onto a pile. I would have a pile. No, I have a pile in my house, not because I'm weird, but, to inspire the new ones. You gotta keep them on their toes. Let them know what the stakes are, Yeah, it's fucked up. Sorry. People get offended at stuff, and that's fine. I mean, I've had my share of people get mad at shows. I got a chair thrown at me at a show. I'm assuming he was mad. I didn't know the guy, but I'm assuming that's just not his thing. He was mad. People get offended though, and I understand if you get offended. There was this big controversy recently about how people think rape jokes should be off limits because they're too offensive. They bother people, I understand if you have an emotional experience with something and you can't laugh at anything about that. I totally get that. But here's the problem. You start getting rid of stuff. So you have somebody who's like, okay, no rape jokes. All right, fine. Rape is off the table. No rape jokes whatsoever. And you have people in the back who are like, well, cancer is my thing. I have cancer. You don't talk about that either. It's fucking crazy. All right, rape and cancer are gone, no problem. It's like, well, I lost my dad in 9/11, so don't talk about that shit either. It's like, okay, well, rape, cancer, 9/11, anyone else? Be like, well, all the hands go up. I lost my family in the Holocaust, so let's not joke about that shit. Okay, that's gone. My uncle was murdered. Okay, don't talk about murder. Don't talk about suicide. That's how I lost my roommate. And you get all this weird shit that starts to pop in there, and if you get rid of all the things that might offend one person, all you're left with is How I Met Your Mother. And now... Now I'm offended. Now you've offended me because it fucking sucks. You're just tricking people into watching commercials. That's what that show... that's the shit that offends me. It's not if you make fun of anything religious, anything. It's if you just... if you're dishonest. Disney movies offend me. Not because there's, just because they lie to children. They show 6-year-olds these movies, and this is their foundation of understanding love. If you can't show a kid violence, why are they showing him something about love that they can't understand. They watch The Little Mermaid, they're like, oh, that's what love is. No, it's not. She marries a dude she's known for 3 days. She's had legs for 2. That's not going to go well. There's no happily ever after. If you're going to show that to a kid, you got to show them the sequel that takes place 25 years later where they're divorced with 2 kids. She's taking pottery classes, signing up for Match.com. Like, I used to be a mermaid, but loving life as a human. You got to show them that sad bucket of reality. To know how that movie should be rated R, not for like sex or violence, but for contrived plot structure and a story arc that gives the audience unreasonable expectation out of the human condition. And if you are under 17 and you want to watch that movie, you can't just go with one parent. You have to go with both parents, just in case you're watching the movie, you get sucked into the Disney Hollywood version of love that they're pumping into your head. You get to be quickly reminded what real love looks like in the parking lot when you watch your parents fight about where the fuck the car is, because that is what actual human love devolves into. It's not a king with a wand and a rainbow. It's, where is it then? Where the fuck is it? I'd rather my kids watch porn. I would never let them watch a Disney movie. And I don't even like porn. I don't watch it myself. I think it scrambles your brain. But it's more honest than the things that they show you in mainstream movies. I know from experience. I know what I've done. I just know. I know that I've seen these regurgitated plot points in movies. I've never done any of them. I never chased a girl down at the airport, barreled through security, made one last plea at the gate for her to stay. Stay! Don't go! France is shitty! We sang a song in a canyon or some shit. You should stay. TSA agents don't give a fuck. They're cheering me on. Like, yeah, stay with that. Like, she throws off her Europe backpack, jumps on my arms. We kiss and embark on a lifelong pursuit of happiness. I've never done that. I've never done that shit once, but I have come on a girl's stomach like 200. So you tell me which one is more honest. At least if my kids saw that in a movie, I'd be like, oh yeah, that's what I was trying to do, but your mom wouldn't get off quickly enough, and that's how you got here. Yeah, it's your origin story, little buddy. All right, now go practice piano. Otherwise, it's to the top of the pile for you.